Good evening and welcome to the planet Earth. And yes, I am late. It is approximately 10:25 and I'm 25 minutes late, but the show must go on. So here's the deal. I had a problem with my computer trying to set up something for this show, but it didn't work out. So we're just moving on. Technology, shows, they all happen. It always works. So this is Larry Miller, and I'm with Connected Geek, and we bring you technology tips every night at 10 o'clock. Tonight we're a little bit late. That's irrelevant. Tomorrow we'll be back on time. So let's do this. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about when it comes to technology, which is iPhone and Android, respectively, and the top 5 apps on each platform. We're not going to be able to get into an Android too deeply, but we'll talk about it at a high level, and we'll talk about some of the apps that are related to it. I personally have an iPhone, so we're going to be able to see some of the apps related to it. But either way, we're just going to move on, and the show must go on. So today is January 29th, episode 14. Yes, we made it to number 14. So thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight, and we're just going to get right into the show. So the first, we already know that you know who you are. You're a human, and I'm Larry, and that's how you get a hold of me. So let's go back to that, connectedgeek.net. If you need any technology help, technology overall, just getting technology to work, I can get it there. I can build you a website. I can help you with social media. I can fix your computer. I can do a Wi-Fi access point. All those things can be done by me for you as soon as you can. So go to my website, top right-hand side. Look at the little button up at the top that says schedule an appointment. Talk to me and we'll get through it. All right, guys. Smartphone Showdown, Day 2. So we're going to talk about the top 5 apps and their benefits. We're going to go deeper into iPhone than Android tonight. I will do another show when I have an Android, and I'll be able to show you on the screen the apps that I want to do, that I'm going to do with Apple tonight. Just to give you a little heads up why I was running late. I was running an application called BlueStacks, and I think it just ate up all the resources on my computer, and I wasn't able to get it to work. So I'm just moving on. We're just going to try and do the best we can with what we got. So this is pretty much going to be a 90% demo episode. We're going to go to my website, and we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go to, we will start with Google Play, the Android store. Let me bring this back up, and I want to get myself out of the frame a little bit. Move me down a little bit. So over here on the Android Play Store, we were talking about the top 5 apps and their benefits. Well, as you can see, the top 5 free Android apps are a game called Word Story, TikTok, Color Bump 3D, Messenger, and TurboTax. I wonder why TurboTax is in the top 5. That's because, it's tax time. This one right here, I have a similar game on my iOS, my Apple phone. I'll bring it up and we'll look at it there. TikTok is just basically karaoke type app that you put up to your phone. There's the one called Musical.ly. There's another one called, I can't remember the name of it. But these apps, basically you do what's called karaoke, and you just lip sync. There's the word I was looking for. Lip sync the words to anything from a TV show to a movie to an actual song. And it's a really short little video that records you being silly, being happy, being sad, or whatever. And just, you can do it with your friends, or you can do it with just by yourself. And a lot of people do it, and a lot of people have become internet sensational pop stars because of it. This one called Color Bump 3D. I don't know if I've ever seen this game. But you notice that 2 of the 3 things are games, and I wonder why that is, because phones seem to be all they are is games, games, games. And, don't get me wrong, I play a few games on here, and it's a kind of relaxer for me in between waiting for people to come on the phone or standing in line at the store. So I do have this game on my iPhone, and we'll take a peek at it at the same time when we go through all the process. I'm not going to load TurboTax because I don't use TurboTax, but everybody knows what TurboTax is. It's obviously it's a tax program. Messenger, Facebook, everybody should know what that is. Everybody just uses it every day to communicate through. If you're not using texting, Facebook Messenger is probably the next best thing that people are starting to use. All right, so let's go back to the top paid apps. Let's see, top paid apps for Android phones is a game called Minecraft. I'm not going to load the paid games because I don't pay for them. But Minecraft is basically a Lego-based game that you play on your phone. I know Lego and Minecraft don't like you talking about that, but it's basically a Lego-based game. Balloons is just basically a popping game. You I'm gonna say you have these balloons falling down from the sky, and you pop them, and if you get the same color, all of them explode. It's just a game. Geometry Dash, I have no idea what that is. We'll get into that in a second. Alien Blackout basically is probably a shoot 'em up game from Alien, and the Game of Life. Everybody's played the Game of Life at least once. Let's click onto the Geometry Dash and see what it is. Let's open. It says costs $1.99, and this game looks like geometry. Pulls your skills limit to jump, obstacles. So it's an obstacle game. Basically, it looks like it's called a 2D game where you run, and jump up, duck. And 3D games is where you're like first-person shooters, or you're running through a maze, like you're looking where the person's souls are. It's third person. If you're first person, you're looking through their eyes. So that's Geometry Dash. Seems to be popular right now. And then the other one is the Alien Blackout. So obviously it's take off the Alien game that was a movie that was done in the 80s and the 90s, and then basically you just have to probably play a story, and you have to outwit the alien. So that's the top 5 of each of those. Now, in my opinion, none of these have a benefit except for this TurboTax and maybe this Messenger. If you like to talk on Facebook, this is a really great app for that. If you have friends on Facebook, and even if you don't, you can still talk to people. They've opened it up so you can communicate with people that aren't your friends. Then you can become friends on Messenger. There is a, it's probably not a rumor anymore, but there's another app, Facebook app called WhatsApp. Well, they're talking about merging those two together. So just keep that on the radar, because that could be happening sooner than we think. So the top 5: game, entertainment, game, communication, and help you with your finances. What are the benefits at all? Entertainment, communications, help. Other than that, everything else is a game. Apps are exploding in the world, and that's if you enjoy being entertained on your phone, that's the great way to do it. I mean, games seem to be the only way people are even considering going nowadays with your apps. There's so much more to do on your phones than just making a phone call nowadays, and they have become personal computers. And my prediction is that we won't have these desktops anymore. I have our laptops. I have a camera connected to my laptop, which I'm producing video through. What's going to happen is that's going to come through this phone. I'll probably be able to plug this phone into a higher end camera, and still, in 5 years or so, if I don't want to use this camera, or it doesn't already have a higher definition camera, and I want something like the one we're looking through right now, I think that this device, in every way, shape, or form, will be what we do computer-wise going forward. You plug it into a dock, It'll have a keyboard and a mouse. If you want a bigger screen and you don't want to, this will be everything you do. We won't even have a computer anymore. That's just my 2 cents worth. But so now let's go to the iTunes. And once again, sorry for not being able to show you the Android interaction with the device. The app that I was using just basically wouldn't load right. I don't know if I didn't have enough resources on my computer or if it's just the app is just too resource intensive. Either way, that'll happen in a future episode, and we'll just make it dedicated to that. Today we're going to focus more on iTunes and Apple, and I'm going to show you some examples of some apps and games there. So I have the top 10 here. I know we're talking about the top 5, but there's a game. Instagram, entertainment. Snapchat, entertainment. Messenger, communication. Facebook, entertainment, communication, if you want to call it that. Game. The only practical thing on here, in my opinion, is the Google Maps. Google Maps is great, but I like Waze, which is way down here, number 29. Waze and Google are basically the same owned company of resources. Both data is pulled from the same place. So Google Maps and Waze are both coming from the same source. So they're just displaying it and using it 2 different ways. Everybody uses Google Maps. Everything uses Google Maps. So it's just what we do today. It's unfortunate that we have to rely on them so much, but it seems to be always going towards the Google way. So you notice that in iTunes, on the paid apps, Minecraft is number 1 again, both in Android and iTunes. It's a very popular game with the kids, and they love building things, which I think is a great thing. That if it's got to be number 1, I'm glad it's that, because what it does, it's a game, but it's also expanding your mind of how to create things in a virtual world. I think that what maybe unintentionally the people of Minecraft, or are intentionally, are teaching kids how to build in a virtual world, because ultimately, not only is this thing going to be our number 1 thing in how we communicate and react, these glasses right here are going to become virtual. Everything's going to be virtualized. Everybody's going to be wearing glasses, and they're all going to have some augmented reality, or they're going to have some sort of virtualization. So up in the top right-hand or left-hand side of my glasses, there's going to be a little piece of information, like a pop-up or a light or something, in my view, and I will always be able to see what's going on without having to push this up. It'll still connect to my phone, but ultimately everything will be here, and it'll have like a little earpiece so I can listen to it, and that's how I see our technology growing to in the next 5 to 10 years for sure. So going back to here, the paid apps, a game. This one says it's education. It probably has some game components to it. Here's another game. The Human Anatomy. That's a great app. I'm glad it's a paid app, and I'm glad it's in the top 5, because you're getting to learn. So doctors and people are doing, it's still school time, so probably that's why it's one of the top 1, and it's updated for 2019. So people like to see all the ins and outs of our bodies, and that's one way to do it. This one called Facetune, basically to get better selfies. That's what that one's for. There's a balloons game. Sky Reference, which is really Sky Guide, which is basically I think that was probably become really popular with the moon. The blood moon that we just recently had last week, that was great. Here's another one that talks about weather because of the cold front that's coming through. Yep, that's another one. And Pocket City. So what are we seeing? We're seeing games, and what I've told you guys in the last couple of weeks, everything's about preference and personality, and what you guys want into what makes your phone, computer experience more personable. The only way to do that is to find the apps and the games and the applications that work best for you. Now, if you want a more detailed breakdown of any of these games, or like the top 5 or 10 essential apps that you want on your phone to make you more productive, you reach out to me and I'll help you. You go to my website, connectedgeek.net, and go to the top right-hand side, and it says schedule appointment. Hook up with me, and we can walk you through getting the best apps for your phone. We'll streamline the phone, and we'll get it to the point where you can, if you wanted to do some Facebook Lives or your video, documenting some amateur videography, I can help you walk through some of that too. So give me a shout and I'll help you through all those things. All right, now we're going to go for a practical demo here. So hopefully this will work. Oh, it does. Look at this. So what you're seeing, or what you should be seeing, and let's see, let's make sure yep, you can see it. That's pretty awesome. I love when technology works. So what I'm doing, and I'm going to go back to my screen. Oh yeah, see, look at that. You can see me moving around. So these are the top 10 apps on iPhone. We're only going to go to the top 5, but I may do honorable mention to one of them. So first one it's called Totem, T-O-T-M. I've never opened this app. I've never played this game, and it just crashed. Let's see. Let's try it again. It's loading. It's loading. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it comes. It didn't okay, so, this is an 8-bit game. So for a lot of the old school guys like me, if you remember, this is what we used to play when, we were first starting in before the internet, when we played our Atari games or in television, ColecoVision, all those things. So we're going to try for free. And see, if you notice at the beginning, see what happens? Oh, they want to try and get you to buy the app. Oh, you can play for free. It might be that's why it showed it for free. This right here, guys, I'm so glad that this happened, because this happens more and more in apps, both in Google Play and Apple. People are trying to build apps, so they trick you into playing or using the app for just a week, a month, a day, whatever. And then if you notice on the screen, it says $7.99 a week. You're going to get charged $7.99 through your Apple Store, $8 a week just to play this game if you don't click cancel. So guess what? I click cancel. Oh wait, I guess I can't play. Let's see. Let's see if I click the X. Maybe it'll let me play. It does. That's good. So pay attention not to let that go through, so you don't get charged that fee, whatever that is, to play that game, use that app, whatever you got to do on your phone. Just be mindful of that, because it's really sometimes a pain in the butt. So this looks like a game kind of like Pac-Man of the day. It's a little fast. I'm probably going to die in a minute because I'm not playing very well. So, you only can go up, down, left, right. Okay, there. See, I won. Stage 1. Okay, next stage. Okay, open. Oh, yay! So much fun. I get to do a roulette wheel. I won 25 coins. Exciting. Yes. Claim the coins. Exit. Go to the next level. All right, so do I want to shop? Sure, I want to get some free protection for crashing for 30 seconds. Okay, there's the map. Go to section 2. There we go. All right, guys, let's double tap for my shield. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think I'm winning, but I'll try. This reminds me of the old dungeon games that we used to play back in the day. So, all right, I'm going to do one more thing here. Claim. Okay, go to maybe level 3, and then we'll play. Finish. Doom, boom, 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 boom. All right, so how am I going to get to that? I don't know. Oh, Greenwich. Oh, we'll go over here. Here. Doom, boom. All right, this is really fun for you guys to watch, right? I don't think so. Oh, I died. Bummer for me. All right, guys. that game is over. We're going to done be playing that one. So let's go to the one that says Go Fish. I've never played this one either. So I know there's no benefits to these. All these are just games, and I'm just showing you that some of the games that out in the world that people are playing. This one's a fish game, so I'm catching all the fish. Oh, I got a piece. I got a fish. I got a whole $150. Woohoo! Let's go and fish again. Whee! All right, so I'm not doing very well fishing. I got a whole $100. Well, as you can see, it's a fishing game. Some people must love it, so I'm going to move on to a thing called Hello Stars. And this is one of those kind of games where it reminds me of the 8-bit world, where it's a very simplistic game, and you just have to basically do some silly I'm drawing a line. That's all I did, and then I'm going to draw another line, and then it will come up. So it's just a puzzle game, and and since I don't have it, there's another way, guys, that we're learning right now is advertisements inside of games and other apps. To keep it free, to me, they want you to watch an ad, and so this ad will let you play the game for free as long as you like. But a lot of games that a lot of people play tend to be, only way you can go any further is if you pay to buy coins, buy jewels, or whatever. There's nothing different about this particular game versus that. So Instagram, I know everybody's probably done some Instagramming in their time or know what Instagram does. So this is Instagram. These are a lot of my posts that I've done. You can do searching. You can find interests that you like. There's a guy getting braids in his hair. These are just random things for me, for comics, for style, for shopping, for TVs and movies. This helps people get, connected virtually. Oh, the fitness, really more information I wanted. Music and beauty and decor. This is mine, science and tech. So this comes cool stuff. But that's Instagram, and you can post and you can follow people and see. Instagram is a visual social media, so all you're doing is watching pictures and videos of your friends, family, celebrities, that kind of thing. The next one is Snapchat. I don't really like Snapchat because there's me. Hey, there's this. It doesn't. I don't understand it. It doesn't how it flows. It's like completely backwards to how most apps. So the person that wrote it is definitely right-handed. I'm left-handed, so I tend to not get it. So Snapchat, if you don't know what Snapchat is, let me know and I can do my best to try and help you through it. Obviously Messenger, Facebook, I don't need to go into deep those. Obviously here's Google Maps. We've already gone past the 5, but this is a really good app. What I do like about this particular one is that it tells you, and you don't have to do this on Google Maps. You can tell the app not to do this. I do it for my business because then I know where I am and where I've been. And the nice thing about this is I can look back at a time frame. Let's see, let's go back to a calendar item. So I need to find the calendar. Where did the calendar go? And yes, sure. Let's see. Oh, here. See, it goes back in time. I can go back a date. Oh, here's a date. So I can choose a date back in when I went to California. I went somewhere around here. So this tells me I was in California. See, there's where I was in California. It's really kind of nice. And then tells me where I've been. I just think it's a really neat app. It tells you where you've been and what you've been doing. Now, not everybody likes the functionality of that where it tells you everywhere you go. Anyway, so the next thing I'm going to show you is if you haven't heard of it, it's a game called Fortnite, and I'm not going to download it. It takes 3 gigabytes to download, and if you can see, it takes 2.3 gigabytes. I'm not going to download it. I really haven't. So I'm just showing you that this is the popularity, how important things are when these kids today. They want to play this game so much. They've incorporated it into an iPhone and an Android device where they are allowing you to do still what the kids play on Xbox or iPads, or they made it for everybody. It's just a shoot 'em up game, and I don't really personally care for it, but that's just me. I'm going to get out of this, and we're going to go back to my main screen and look at us, and we're going to go to here and get out of this, and it should take me back to camera. All right, guys, I've shown you a practical demo of an iOS device and some games and some practicality behind it. But if you want to know more about the top 10 apps that you need that are absolutely essential to get through the day, everything from email to what do I use? I use a to-do list. I use Google. Obviously, there's Google on everything. But if you need access to your phone at its peak performance, this episode wasn't for that. It was more about what's the top 5 apps on the App Store. What I was trying to show you, and what I think you need to know, is there are so many apps out there, and each app is unique to what you want to do in your world on your phone. And the only way to make it successful while you're using the phone, instead of just playing games or surfing the net and on Facebook and not being successful in your business or in your personal life, there are a ton of apps out there that will help you succeed to do that, and I can help you do that. So to do that, reach out to me at connectedgeek.net. Top right-hand side, schedule an appointment, and we can work together to make your phone not have a war with the other one. It's here to be a tool, and if anything, I call them an appliance. Our computers are an appliance, our phones are an appliance, because we just want to turn them on and make them work, right? So let your device that you hold in your hand be a successful tool that you can do your business and have some fun while you're doing it at the same time. So once again, I'm Larry Miller of Connected Geek. If you have any questions, comments, if you like and share this video, go to connectedgeek.net, reach out to me, and I will see you tomorrow at 10. And thanks again for hanging out with me, and sorry I was late, and we'll try to do better tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good night. I have to find the stop button. Oh, no. It's over here. Good night, guys. Be excellent to each other.